We are in and on and recording, and it's session 9. I think we're up to session 9. We've survived so far 8 sessions without killing each other, which is quite an achievement, really. So it's session 9 of all actions, all results, accountability, business group. Let's dive straight in today and go for elevator statements. Short and sweet information about who you are and what you do. Starting with Rudy.
Okay, well, I guess it's changing now since I've had my aha moment. So I'm Rudy Martinez. I own Rudy's Health and Fitness in Long Beach, California, and I get people to lose weight, get stronger, and be healthier for the rest of their lives. And I train other trainers on establishing a good rapport, aka bedside manner, with their clients.
Excellent. I can't wait for the aha moment discussion. Right.
I know, right? Because I am, I'm really wondering where this took you. I'm
Yeah.
really interested to find that out.
Before we get there, Johnny, give us an elevator statement.
Johnny, my name is Johnny Costa. I am founder and investment manager of Influx Capital Management and Insurance Services. I'm a champion for the small guy. I do two things really well. One thing is I bring advanced investment strategies to the small investor. And then also, I optimize people's existing life insurances, and that's what I do. That's what I rock at.
Fantastic. Moving.
And now, Graham Hendry, give us your elevator speech.
My name is Graham Henry. I'm the founder and director of Native Speakers Academy. We are a private language school based in central Slovakia. Basically, we do two things. We focus on teaching the English language and we work on life coaching skills as well. Short and sweet, that's it. There we go. There we go. Did it done. That's who we are. That's what we do. And Rudy, you've been looking a little bit relaxed there, feeling you might be spaced spaced out. Would you like to enlighten us with what's happening in your headspace?
Well, I guess it's maybe it's the rarefied air that is making me a little spacey, but yeah, I feel like I've kind of taken a big step into what we were talking about last week. Johnny, did you watch the after party talk
No,
from
I
the
haven't
last
had a
meeting?
chance to. Sorry, but I did watch your aha video though.
Okay. So basically, we got into this whole thing because Graham had started talking about wanting to work from anywhere in the world so he can travel, and then we got into my discussion where, yeah, I mean, I'm driving um, an hour to work and back. I'm basically wasting 2 hours. Why? That's basically where my business was, and then I moved down to where I'm at now. This is where my wife is from and where she teaches. Um, why am I doing that still? Why if I can train anybody anywhere, as far as that's concerned. But aside from that, I've always wanted to train. Now that I'm almost half a century old, I think I have enough clout and experience to start teaching other trainers what I know. Uh, and that's something that I really want to do more of, is teach. So why am I still trying to make ends meet, uh, working at my little fitness studio that's 50 miles away? You know, okay, well, I get, I still have to make a living. I love what I do, but why 50 miles away? It's just a waste of time. So I saw the separation, and then we started talking about vertical expansion versus horizontal expansion in our businesses. It's like, do we really want to hire staff? Do we really want to get a larger facility? Do we want to take on more responsibilities that we have to depend on other people to manage? And I think instinctively we're not built that way. I mean, we are solopreneurs basically. So can we, instead of expanding vertically, can we grow horizontally and add more value to the things that we do using digital media. Uh, to, to to name just one thing, and like that's what I'm doing right now. It's like I did I just Saturday I was like I'm going to do it. I only work till about 1 o'clock. I keep talking about doing these video tutorials, and I'm just gonna whip them out. It's like I got all my equipment. And then when I was done with work, I just set it up and just did it. Just on the spot. I just came up with like 6 subjects that I wanted to talk about, and I just whipped them out. So they're done. I'm editing them, and I'll show you what I've done so far. And it's like that's what I really want to be doing. Like I want to do that, and eventually I want to either sell or franchise my location I have now. But immediately, like within the next year, there's no reason for me to be up there. Um, and start developing a practice down where I live here in San Clemente. So that I've always said, I want to train people at least 20 hours a week. I have a healing gift. I've always worked in physical therapy, and there's just been people who've come to me like, oh, well, I've been to 5 people and nobody could fix my knee, and you fixed it. So I feel like that's a gift I should always be nurturing and using, and I still enjoy doing it. So I do want to continue to be a trainer, but what I really want to do is, yeah, now that I'm seeing more of these Facebook groups and how successful people are doing online, I want to start developing that part of what I can do, because I can do that pretty much on my own. Like I can talk to you guys and get resources that I need online from other people, and I'm still kind of just really relying on me and my taking action. So it just came to an aha moment. It's like, why am I not doing it? When I can just start doing it today. So that's why I went out. Like I said, I recorded those tutorials, and I'm just whipping them out. I mean, they're gonna look a lot better eventually. Like the content's good, and the website that I put together is good too, because I shared that with Jackie and Graham, that um, there's these templates that I can use for my WordPress site. So it just all seems like all these things are coming together at the right time. Either that, or I'm finally seeing the resources that have been around me the whole time, and just starting to do it. So, but my other thing was, okay, well, I'm excited and I'm flying high and all that, but I still have a business that I have to drive to. It's not something I can just walk away from right now. But I'm looking at it differently, as like I posted, like my business right now as it is like breathing, where it's very necessary, and but it should be unconscious. Like even the marketing stuff that I'm starting now on Facebook, like I shouldn't even be thinking about it. I should just be doing it. I should look at the metrics and change things that go. Like I shouldn't be like obsessed with, oh, I hope I get a couple new clients. It should be something that I'm just doing and not worrying about it, doing it and setting it aside, and doing what I really want to do is build more of an online presence, more of a global presence, because that's what I've done with some of the people in BU. Is like Collins in Ireland, and there's another guy in Australia or New Zealand. There's a lot of trainers out there that are in Europe and around, and I want to kind of get more of a global presence going, just so that we can kind of network that way, and just kind of be a little more innovative in what we're doing. So my first thing is to start training other trainers in proper bedside manner, and that's what my tutorials are about, and they're going to be a lead magnet to having maybe a paid webinar or personal one-on-one coaching online. Just kind of see where it goes, but I want to, yeah, get my own Facebook page that I will moderate daily, and try and start to build a presence, and see as far as trainers, if there's going to be people that are interested in that. And so far I see that they're out there, because with Freedom U, over half the people are some type of trainer, just because that's where Ryan Lee comes from. He came from online exercise stuff. So I see the success that's out there too. It's like everybody's doing pretty well. So that's where I kind of want to go with that. But yeah, just the ridiculousness of driving has just kind of gotten to me. I finally got it out of my system.
That's that's amazing, Johnny. Do you want to give some feedback on that? Quiz Rudy a little about any of those points.
Yeah, one thing I would say to that is no. I think it's amazing. I would just really encourage you to put it into a vision, put it into something concrete that you can take action on. Because right now you have a lot there, and right now it's like this, and we need it to be like this. So, I mean, it seemed like you have it clear in your head, but then you're talking about a lot of different things. I'm not really sure. I understand what you're doing. What I hear you say is that you want to basically use the internet video to mentor and sell your strategies to other people. Is that correct?
Correct. Right.
Okay, so then I think that's great. I would just recommend making a direct plan to going there. And if that global stuff's in the plan, that's fine. Let's somehow put it on paper or put it somewhere tangible that you can kind of like a map. And that's it. Thank you, Graham.
I like the idea of Rudy's global health and fitness that came out there. That's a pretty big market to be going for, and I think that is his market. I think he's quite right that at this stage in his development and his knowledge, that he should be looking towards that market, working towards it, using the technology and everything that's around about him. Um, it is crazy having to drive that far, and he's right to not wait until next year, I think. So, uh, right followed by good, followed by great, followed by fantastic, followed by um, heading forward, moving forward. Um, exciting. It's exciting, right? I mean, you must feel
Very
pretty.
exciting.
Yeah.
Um, I guess let me. That's part of what I guess what our segment right now is what we've been doing. So let me show you what I've been doing. I got the screen share set up, and I'll go through that
The
real
segment
quick.
was your aha moment, actually.
Oh, the aha moment.
Yeah, we're still.
I'm just doing everything.
He's
Doing it all. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Johnny. Me and
Just here.
you, Johnny. Me and you go for coffee, right? And
Yeah, I got this. I got this. Gotta take a break.
okay, I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna move on because otherwise. Oh, hello. We're we're screen sharing. Um,
Okay, so this is that template that I was telling you about.
ooh.
Wow.
So this is the lead. This is the that image I have to change, but
So yes, it's
basically,
slightly different. Yeah. So what you
yeah.
want to offer?
So there's the opt-in box. Again, I'll get a little better picture. So I'm just trying to get all the elements lined up. So they click on there, and then the next page is just the confirm
Hang on,
email
let me
page.
stop you. Let me stop you, please. Can I stop you, please? On the back part, do you already have a template that you've done to create this?
No,
I mean
that's the thing that I the
on the previous page. The previous page you said
this
go back page.
this yeah
Oh, I
this
hit your
is
back button. Yeah. Okay. So do you already run your business by building a sense of community and proper bedside manner?
yes.
So is that something that you can document, that you can replicate? You have that? Do you have it already, or do you need to put down how to replicate this?
Well, let me show you as I go, because then you'll see the structure of it.
Okay, got
So
it.
basically, I'm just demonstrating. This is the template to get the opt-in. This is the email confirmation. Very quickly, if this is all set up, I just have to change some of the copy and some of the images, and then the main one is the actual page that the lessons are on. So these are the videos that I put up. And again, just changing the copy because everything's already down. So this is how I formed it. Like the first one's knowing your why, the trainer's why. Why are you wanting to help people? What's going to motivate you to become a fan of that person that you're going to train? So once you know your why, well, then you learn their story. You ask them what they, what their life is like, what their challenges are, their fears, everything. So if through that story you start to learn their environment, and you might see some of the things that are either bringing them down or pushing them forward. So you're going to find those triggers once you start to learn their story. So then once that, you analyze the resources so that you can maximize your ways to motivate them. So if they're you know if say their friends still like to work out, well then go work out with their friends, or invite their friends to come in, or their wife or whatever. So once you all know that, you put it all together and you create a mindset of these are your challenges, these are your motivators, this is your why, and I want to see you. Basically, in lesson 6, you're training them, but you've become their fan. You're not the one that's pushing them. You're just wanting to see, hey, you said you were going to do this. How you were playing tennis. Did you win? Did you lose? Did you do your cardio yesterday? Like, I want to be a fan of all that stuff. Did you stick to your diet, like you said you were? So this is all stuff that for me is natural. But when I've had other people come in to work with me, they have no idea how to build a rapport with people. A lot of them, they'll talk about they went out with their boyfriend and did this or that, but they're not getting the person's story. So I know Graham's got me on a timeline. This is for Jackie because she was asking me. So I haven't done a lot on it, but I was going to do sweepstakes, a month free membership to try and get more leads for the gym. So I have worked on that. So that one's down. I'm still working on it. So let me get out of screen share.
That video course, is there a general template for that, or how is that working? And I'm asking from a personal perspective because, say, I wanted to do something like that for students or teachers through my school. Is that something you shared something like last week or something and said, look at this is video stuff, I didn't have time to check it out? Was that what it was? Or
that's what it was. So just go back to that Thrive theme, and basically it has templates for everything.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't catch what that was or who that was.
Thrive themes.
Thrive themes for WordPress.
Yes.
Okay, great. And does that work only with WordPress?
Pretty much. I think that's his specialty. I think he only goes through WordPress. So.
Okay, so that screws me over. Okay. Anyway, and unless I set up a WordPress site, nothing wrong with setting up a WordPress site either. So.
Well, with the templates, like I said, I've always used WordPress because I can always just start a new one and put a new theme in, and then it's done. You just have to add your own content. So I highly recommend him. He's a great entrepreneur. He's been adding a lot of new templates to his basic membership thing. It's like, for me, it's $15. I joined 4 years ago when he first started, and now I think he charges $79 a month for use of all his plugins and everything. Mm-hmm. So he's a really talented entrepreneur. And again, even his example, he's become more international because he can basically work from anywhere because all his stuff is just software. So he doesn't need to be. I think he's either Irish or Scottish, like one of those crazy people, and lives in Switzerland. I think.
You know that everything started in Scotland, right? You know that.
Yeah.
It's like.
Football, golf.
Yeah, football, golf. Your television came from Scotland. Your train came from Scotland. your neighbour's donkey came from Scotland. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, Scotland. So,
Yeah.
you know how it works. Um, really, thank you for going all over the map.
Yeah.
That was very entertaining. I didn't want to stop you because I had no idea at what point I should stop you because I had no idea where you were going. So,
So you see, like as far as the lessons, the 6 lessons,
you can stop now, though.
a path is what Johnny was asking. It's
Okay.
written down. Plan. There's a plan.
You can, like we might get
Written plan.
we might get back to grilling you on that later. I'd like to switch to Mr. Costa's. I don't even know if you can give me an aha moment. You can give me a cool
Okay.
resource. You can just go through that for me, please.
Got it. Okay, good. So my aha moment of the week um, was when I'm looking at in influx capital management. One thing my aha was is that I need to. I actually Mark Cuban said it best: is work like someone is working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. So even though there's no one in this lane, um, I just feel that I will get competition at some point, and then I need to be set up to where I'm already the best. When someone else comes into this market, that they're just immediately second. So that's my aha for the week.
Okay, so you are.
And it was a lot more compelling in my mind than I said it, but it was a lot more an aha when it came to me than what I just explained.
No, that's clear to me. I mean, it's the imagine that you're second because you don't want to be first because everyone's chasing after you if you're first. So you always want to imagine there's someone out either out to get you or ahead of you that you can be a target and catch up with.
Right.
I know that a lot of motivational speakers, when they're talking about achievements and things, they use the Roger Bannister story about the 4 minute mile. You've
Mhm.
probably heard that at various points in time.
Yeah.
And what people don't
From
what people don't know about Bannister's 4 minute mile was that he had special pacemakers set at various points during the race for him as targets for him, including people who slowed down on the first lap so that Bannister would catch up with them. Yeah, by going faster. So they would be slow at the beginning and he would be faster. And he would do a lap more than them, catch up with them, and then chase them during the race. So that's kind of like the same thing, basically. So people know that Bannister broke the 4 minute mile and he was the first person to do it, but they're not actually aware of the system that he used to break it, which was using other people as pacemakers, which is the same as having someone light a fire up your arse or or having some target out in front of you to hungrily chase. So Rudy, any questions to Johnny on his aha?
No, I get what you were saying as far as it wasn't as dude as it was when it first came to your mind. Because it's like I get that where it's like yes, that's it right there. It's like that's what's gonna get me pushing forward, type of thing. So no, I can't translate that.
That's sweet. Should I give mine?
oh sure.
Yes.
Should I give mine? Okay, let's squeeze this in. I have 3 little notes written in my aha moment box here, which is problems are difficult and real, but the answers are everywhere. You just have to look around you. And this comes from the principle that we don't need to solve all problems ourselves. That's other people exist to help us with these
Right.
things that are happening around about. So we don't need to think that every problem is our problem to solve. There are I think lots of people and resources that we can use to help us. Second point was that I went back and looked at some old videos that I did a couple of years ago as online lessons for students, and I thought they're not bad. and at the time I wasn't sure if they were good or bad or useful or useless. I really didn't know at all. And now, with the hindsight of looking back, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done more. And we don't know how good what we're doing is when we're doing it sometimes. That's the point. It's only when we look back we're able to sort of judge. So sometimes we're doing great things, and we don't even know that we're doing great things because it's really hard to assess things happening in the moment. So maybe that's part of the benefit of an accountability group, is that people can go, yes, that's the right direction. Yes, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Other notes. Yeah, that relates to something that Steve Jobs said. You can only connect the dots going backwards. You can't connect them going forwards. You just have to go forwards and, connect everything later when you look back. I've written seasons change. I was just thinking about different times for different things. Seasons change. They're out of our control. Work with what you got. And something that Rudy said that I didn't get the first time he said, but it keeps coming back to the difference between an entrepreneur and a solopreneur. And I hadn't defined myself as a solopreneur. I define myself as an entrepreneur, and I define myself wrongly as an entrepreneur. I'm definitely not an entrepreneur. I'm a solopreneur, and that different definition means changes in my mindset and how I work and how I make my plans for the future. That's the aha. Any questions?
No, I think in general, if we give feedback to ahas, I think it's gonna throw our time off.
I
will say the last part though on the yeah, I think that's an important distinction. I'm glad that you got the distinction of realizing you're a solopreneur and not an entrepreneur. That's good.
Yeah, and now when it's clear, it kind of looks like a silly mistake to make. Suddenly, it's like, oh, okay, it's so clear now. How could I miss that before? And I guess
Sure.
it's only through experience that we reach those points. And let's see, does anyone have any resource that they've been using recently that they could share very quickly, say 30 seconds to 1 minute, something they've been using, some kind of tool? I see a shake and a nod. Let's
Hey, Rudy does.
let's
I've got everything
let's
ready. It's like a whole, I don't know, a whole
He says-
new world opened up when that came to me. So,
a whole new
I
world.
just feel like I was chained down by like I have to make this gym successful. The only way I'm going to succeed. Part of me always felt that way. Now I kind of feel like broke those chains, and I feel like the sky's the limit.
Man, you broke the chain.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't supposed to break the chain, but I broke the chain.
We're not allowed to talk about that right now, so that'll have to be in the after party. Okay.
But as far as resources, Imager, IMGUR.
IMGUR.
Not ours.
Okay.
IMGUR. It's a photo editor. There's a whole other part where people love to share their gifs and their images, but the editing part is very robust, and it's online, and you can resize any image that you need very quickly.
Really?
It has
Is
a
there
live.
a free site?
Yeah, it's a free site, and
Cool.
and it has tools. So if you want to do editing or add text or anything to an image, I put it right there with Canva. The one with the fancy titles that you could put on your images. Canva and Imager, I would always use those as online resources for photo editing.
Excellent. Excellent. We always need to play with images when you're doing stuff online. Always need to add pictures to articles and little promo things. So it's always good to have an editor that's quick to use and
Very quick.
easy to understand. Also, I could add to that. Johnny was asking today online about changing PDFs to JPGs, and there's an online website. I think it's just called PDF to JPG, and it just you used it, Johnny. I think it's pretty simple to
Yeah, I
use.
used it just right away. I used it within 2 minutes. I had my
Mm.
PDF to JPEG. Boom. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It's really really simple site because I've had problems converting one to the other in the past, and it solves the problem in a second. It's really great. Um, so
All right,
my
well, I'm about what types of PDFs, because if it's anything confidential, you're sending it to a random site to be copied. Do you have any concerns about that?
I don't care who looks at my stuff. At the moment, I consider it a compliment if that happens. When I
Well, I'm just talking like with Johnny's, like if he's dealing with somebody's financials or something, and
hmm
Yeah.
he wants
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't use it for that. The only thing I'm using it for is Facebook because you guys don't see my PDFs. So that's the only thing I would use it for. But thanks for the concern.
That's only because we're lazy. You know that. So
You know what?
I don't have to I don't. We don't want to click twice because that's just impossible, right? You're just making our lives so complicated by having to click more.
Yeah, instant
Yeah,
gratification.
yeah, yeah. So, um, another cool resource on my Android phone. I try to avoid Apple. The A stuff. I said the word. Oh my god. I try to avoid the other side just because of well, I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, I've got an application called Beyond Pod for podcasts on my phone, and sits there at the top of my phone, Beyond Pod, and it's the best application that I have found for accessing podcasts, downloading podcasts, listening to podcasts. And I've gone through about 15 to 20 different applications, and this is the only one that makes any sense, is simple to use, easy to navigate, even has a complete search engine in there. Will find anything that you're looking for that exists anywhere basically on the net, and I use that for my daily information download into my brain. So I'm using Beyond Pod, and it's great on a tablet, and it's great on an Android phone as well. And I'm using that to listen to Free Domain Radio with Stefan Molyneux, School Sucks, Brett Fonette, uh, and The Secret to Success with CJ and ET. So that's what I use it for. Those are my main sources of information, and that's my piece of tech for y'all. Um, okay, moving on. And unless there's anything else, no, moving on. Pushing forward. Okay. Um, report on progress for the week. Um, I think Rudy, I'm going to do you last and sort of come full circle because I think you're kind of already down that road. But Johnny wasn't with us last week, so I'm preparing quite a bit of space here for a bit of feedback about what you've been up to, what you've been doing, and I expect it to be some meaty content. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm somewhat ready. What I'm gonna do is screen share.
Okay.
Share screen. Here. Start. Then I can get rid of this. I think that this is second. Okay, so
Oh, that was my page.
it was your and I'm gonna get back to that later because that's what I want for the vision for my vision project. Now I think I can get rid of this, right?
Yeah, get rid of
Okay.
me. Don't need me in
All
there.
right. So my letter that has been kind of a really a thorn in my side, but I finally got my investor letter, and basically what this is that I need. I have to get approval from my investors before I can make trades in their accounts. That's how my business is set up right now. So so I found a copy editor. Actually, I have two now. I found a copy editor, and it's basically done, ready to go. The only thing with this is that as it's taken so long to do and to complete, like these stocks have gone up and down, and so it's just I'm getting a little less certainty than I had when I first started it. So I think what I'm learning is that I just need I'm not really um, we hold for the long term. So if something goes from 93, like one of these, like CHD went from like 92 to 101 and then back down. So so anyways, this is what I got that complete. I'm not gonna go off on it. I got that complete. Now the next step is to get it out to my clients. This is my ultimate vision that I did for from the Mar Vision project to really put down. This is really the end game of Influx Capital Management, the crowdsourced thing that I'm doing, and it's basically with this, like, this is the what I call the framework, and then I'm taking from the framework, I'm putting them into action steps. So basically, there's a vacuum. There's where I'm going and where I'm at, and then I'm looking to fill it with these steps. And then I will get to Graham's Pinterest in a second. And then, as I told you, I did a lot of research, a lot of earnings calls, and so I found three. And I'm not recommending these for you guys to buy. I'm just saying I found three.
There's no private information here that shouldn't be here.
None at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
okay.
thank you. You could post this all online, but I do have to state that I'll just state legally that this is these are not recommendations. This is a portfolio between me and my clients, and then and for the purpose here is for educational purposes only. So I found three companies that I decided to put into my portfolio, and that is these three. And then here, and I'll just explain this, is that when I started my company, I had to basically have this form, which is right here. There's like 19 items, and this is basically what I had to. This describes my business to my clients, and every registered investment advisor needs it in America. Each state's different. Now, I did not put the crowdsourced information in here, which needs to be in here, but it wasn't in here because I was afraid of the regulators just not understanding it and then just denying my business altogether. So I didn't put it in there, and from like January to now, my crowdsourced idea hasn't really been birthed because I've been under the radar. But I made a call yesterday, and on how to change this, because I can edit it, and I asked them how I change it, and then they basically said I need to change this part here, and then submit it to somewhere, and that's what I'm going to do, and that was really holding me back on really the whole plan, and so that making that call was huge. And then also I found a proprietary, I call it proprietary strategy, to essentially what my goal is for my clients is when I say beat the S&P 500 but by 10 percentage points. S&P 500 is basically an index, and someone could go right now, like I said, and buy a fund with this red line for no cost at all. They could invest in this, but the difference between the red and the blue is basically what's called alpha, and that's what guys like me do. So I've found I call it proprietary strategy of finding companies that beat the red line by at least 10% per year. Um, and then that's it. And then I'll go just briefly into, and then this too. This is what I'm going to do is, this is my portfolio now, which actually this is kind of proprietary, but it's okay because I'm changing it. So, and I'm working on redoing this week, and then lastly, what I'm going to talk about is just in terms of the vision project. What my original intention. Um, my original intention was to be able to explain it to someone, and so I did do this as kind of the end game, but really the end game for me is to really to be able to explain it to someone, and the way I see it is kind of being like kind of one of these pictograms where I could sit with someone or even myself and explain it, kind of like this, and kind of a fun way to where it really makes sense. So that's another thing I'm working on is this. I thought that this in my head, in my head, this is what I wanted, and what I really got was this. So, and I don't think I can really pay someone to do this, and also because it'll kind of constantly be changing, kind of daily, weekly, and so I need to somehow to be able to. I want something in a picture that I can go over with people. So, anyways, that's my thing, and I am going to stop sharing. Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to see your. I only thing I can see is a screen, but I see your thing, Graham. And hang on, I'm going to stop sharing. Stop sharing screen. Boom.
Well, that's what I was going for. I was going for information in a graphic style where
Mm-hmm.
clients
No,
can.
I think yours is great. Yours is amazing.
So there's no reason why you can't go down one of those roads.
So where did you get that one that you just showed me?
That's a great question. I knew that was coming, and I've forgotten the name of. Um, Rudy made a suggestion saying that I think that you can design these payment plans, or maybe it was you. I can't remember. One of the groups suggested you can
Pricing
find
tables.
these pricing tables online, and I registered with a site which is something like €3 a month, and for 1 month you can design as many plans as you
uh,
want. So I designed that plan through that site for €3, and I thought,
mm,
what a great deal that is. Um, and I was, and I will. I will find out which one it was and let you know, because I created my table in about 3 hours, right? They had many formats, the only and many easier ones than what I did, because I had my vision and I had to get my vision of what I wanted, um, and so I had to really focus on that. Um, can as your uh, as the Pinterest board was shown there, this is not specifically related to what you were talking about, but maybe can I just go off on a tangent just for 2 minutes, just to please myself in the conversation here. Could could you screen share again and bring up the Pinterest board?
yeah.
Okay. And
Okay. Yeah. See it?
it's coming up in a second. Okay. Now that search box at the top of the Pinterest board is what I was talking to Rudy about before. With if you type into the search box at the top of the board, there, type in um, health exercises for women. There, and just click whatever you need to click to search for that, and it should come up with either boards or pins, and you've got all pins, your pins, pinners, or boards.
So, like, like who designs this stuff? Like this is like first class. But who? Like I'm not sure if this is your point, but
Well, no, the point is about resources that are available. Scroll back up to the top. Scroll back up to the top, and you've got four things. You've got all pins, your pins, pinners, and boards. Click boards. Click boards, and you'll see if other people have set up boards and the number of pins they've got on their boards with data and information about workouts for women. And you've got someone there who's got 7,690 pins of pre-prepared information for health exercises for women. I mean, just in terms of the fact that Rudy was might be looking for some extra content that he can throw up or out for his activities for older women. Um,
yeah.
and this is just one example of one subject and one topic, and there are hundreds of boards, and there's kind of endless information. So if you're looking for something extra that you want to give out to your clients, say for example you want to give them a laminated home exercise sheet, so that they can take away some exercises to practice at home, and they've got the sheet with them, and it's going to have your logo like Rudy's Global Health and Fitness or whatever else on it, and they'll show it to other people and say, hey, I was at Rudy's, and I got that some abs of steel. That
Hey,
steel
on the,
spelt wrong. Steel spelt wrong, but
it is.
yeah.
Okay, still.
Okay, if you type in injury, type in Rudy, what would be an interesting topic that you would got?
Hear the
I can't hear you.
I think. Johnny, can you hear me?
Now I
Can
can.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You're basically looking to design your own infographic. Is that what you're trying to do to explain what you do?
That sounds
Yeah.
yeah.
To
Okay,
complete
this
my
is the
vision.
one. I haven't made that many yet, but uh, Vengage. It's VENNGAGE,
Okay.
and you can make infographics for free. I made just one or two, I think. But look it up, and it's exactly what I think you're looking for. You icons, all make whatever it is you want,
Yeah.
personalize your information. So
Yeah.
So now I'm going to say this too, Rudy. That now that we're on this, Pinterest is the biggest clients are women, or the
yeah,
biggest. They're so I don't know if you don't have a board, man. You got to get on it.
yeah. I have a board, but yeah, I haven't really been engaging with my Venn gauges. So that's another project. Formally expanding.
There's lots of stuff about health on there. There's lots of stuff about personal development.
There is a lot of health. There's a
And
lot of health and food I found.
And so it's just in terms of being able to offer clients something extra. It's a resource that you can go into when clients want something, and you pull out whatever you need quite quickly, and
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
usually graphically based, so it's interesting to look at.
between and, and Venn, you realize something visually get your message out there, Johnny.
Hang on, say that again. I couldn't hear you.
I said between Canva, uh, the photo editor Canva, and
Yeah.
Venngage, you could probably design visually anything that you wanted as far as getting your message out there.
Okay. Can how do you
Is
spell that?
It's Canvas without the S. CANVA.
Okay.
And Johnny, are you looking for something that you can hand over to somebody, or where's this?
No, it's something for me, but at the same time, it's something for me, but at the same time, it's something that I can walk someone through. This is how it works. Boom, 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 boom. So that's why I'm thinking that a pictogram or infographic, what do you guys call them? Infographic would be perfect.
Uh,
I
yeah.
think they explain things really well. Venngage, try Venngage, because yeah, it was fairly. Once you learn the system, it was fairly easy to put something together.
Super cool. So I'm sorry for taking us down a
It's okay.
side street there.
It's all right.
But
No, fine. I'm gonna stop.
as that opportunity
No,
was
that was
there,
good. Yeah. No, no. I knew you wanted to share it, so that was perfect time to do it.
yeah. And it's a quick way to data mine for really good info. I find it to be better than sort of Google image search and stuff. So
Interesting.
so there we go. Any other questions for Johnny related to his information? Rudy, we're losing your
Oh,
audio.
are you there? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I just said I've been remiss with the whole vision thing, but I see where Johnny's going. What he was asking me too is just find that path, like find that path to go straight down and document it so that you have a solid um, definition and a solid direction of where you're going. So I will try to do that.
Okay.
I
And
do
I
know
would
that.
just add. And I will just add to that too. And I learned this. I did a goal project with a friend of mine last summer, and my goals used to be just concrete. And then after a day, they weren't as powerful. But I would adjust them kind of every day. So I'm not changing them. But like for example, wanted a Cadillac Escalade. Do I want it black? Or another day, I thought, well, I don't want black. I want white. And so it doesn't have to be like set in stone, like your vision, but it can be something that evolves. But at least you have something. And of course, it's going to move, and it's going to it has life. But so you just know that it isn't just one and you're done. It's daily. You kind of keep massaging it.
Well, that also
Yes, Graham.
connects in with your overall mission being greater than your basic business goal
Yeah, it's fine.
as well, because if you're on a mission, you're going to hit lots of small targets on your way through that mission, um, which is what I've been coaching students through today in the school. Like if your goal is to sell the product, then you're not going to get very far. But if your goal is to provide a product that beats every other product on the market and provides some healthy experience for those who are involved in the product, and brings people together in terms of community, then you're getting somewhere. And then you'll be able to extend beyond the selling of the product there. So yeah,
Okay, good. And we're getting short on time.
we are. That's my fault. I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's
It's
Rudy's
okay,
fault. I'm gonna blame.
Graham.
I'm gonna blame
It's
Rudy.
okay.
Okay.
So,
Um,
Graham, you're up.
I'm up for what I've been doing. I've had a major failure. I'm going to start with my failure and then move on to all the successes. My major failure is that I promised last week that I was going to edit my book so that my book was ready to go up online and on Amazon, and I have spent 0 seconds in the last 7 days on it. 0 seconds. I'm extremely disappointed with myself, and I don't feel that it's because of bad organization. I think that I've just got too much on my plate right now. And I might have to solve this problem by setting aside a specific period of time, for example, 2 days, locking myself away in a closet and not communicating with the world and not emerging until it's done. That might be the only way. I thought I'd be able to do it little bit by little bit by little bit, but some stuff you just have to, I don't even know what the term is. You just have to start it and not end until it's finished, and that's it. Grind it out. That's it, isn't it? Grind it out. Um, the so that's my proposed solution to that problem. My video and audio is frozen at my end. Is everything else okay?
yes, I can hear you. Keep talking.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Keep going. Um, I put 4 videos online related to our last meeting last week. I got the meeting notes done for the meeting. I've been looking at the positives. I've been through 20 to 25 sessions with clients of the school. I think they've all gone really well. I got my newsletter out as regularly, and I got the vision statement transcribed and up and on the net today, which was a was a nice activity to do, and I didn't realize the benefits of it until I'd finished it. I was wondering exactly where Johnny was leading us. I wasn't quite sure, but now I get it, and it all.
Gotta trust the man.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You gotta, you gotta put your trust in something or someone somewhere. Um, I also, in terms of this group, put up a plan for if new people want to join the group, because somebody contacted me during the week and said, I'm interested in working with you. And I think I posted online what happened. I said, give us some more information about what you do. And I got back, praise Allah, you know. So that wasn't very practical. or what I was looking for. More of I'm a student studying, or I have a plan for a business, or I work in this company, and I couldn't even get Smarty out of them. So the very so we need something more concrete. So the idea is that, as we've talked about before but haven't really agreed on anything, I just decided to grind out a simple thing that could be sent to anyone, and just make a little video, link to it, and we'll all get together, which I think is what we've all discussed about or talked about before, but not really agreed anything on. And it was just an example that we can go with, or we can alter and change, but some step needed to be done to take things forward if we want to communicate with other people. That's what I've been up to. And
what held you back? Was it something inspirational, logistical, technical? What held you back? He doesn't even want to answer now.
Yeah, I'm just working on a few little technical things here. What held me back? I've been pedal to the floor 16 to 18 hours a day, and I thought I think I've got an answer to this, but it's very weird. It's not a direct answer, but I thought that as there was very little time in the evening to get things done, I thought I would try and schedule time in the morning to get things done. And I've been setting I thought I'd go to bed a bit earlier, set my alarm for 5, get up at 5, and spend an hour on it each morning. And my alarm goes off at 5. It has been going off at 5, and I'm not getting out of bed until after 6. This is a major failure. This is disgraceful in terms of personal organization, and I've been scratching my head for a couple of days, going, well, okay, where in my basic psychology am I missing the mark? What simple thing am I missing? Why is this not working? Why can't I get up and do it? And I came to the conclusion that I'm going to bed too early. So that's
Strange.
What time are you going to bed?
well, the point is about sleeping time. I've discovered that I can go to sleep for 5 hours, get up and do something. But if I sleep for 6, I've got problems getting up. And that's it. If I sleep for 6, when I wake up, I'm I've had a good sleep, but I feel like someone's knocked me out completely. But if I sleep for if I get 4 to 5 hours sleep, then I feel like I can get up and just start again where I left off the day before and keep moving forward. Is that weird?
No, I have like I described before. Like I have a 16-hour day, work, solid work at the gym, and then the next day I have off, like today, Tuesday, Thursdays are my off day. So, and then Friday, I again 16-hour day, have to be back at the gym on Saturday at 6 a.m. So it's kind of like drive an hour home, sleep, get up, drive an hour back. It's like I would stay at the gym if I could, but my wife doesn't like to be, alone in the house, So I still do that, but I'm still training. Um, I'll get up at either 3 or 4 in the morning, 4 days a week, because I have to start at 5 or 6. And then with me, it's like I take naps, so it's like I can do a 4. I can sleep for 4 hours or even 3 hours a night and be fine, and work from 5 till 12 or 1 in the afternoon. As long as I know I've got at least an hour nap before I do my second shift in the afternoon evenings from 2:30 to 9 or 10. So for me, it's like it's just the schedule I created. I feel the same way. Where if I sleep too long, it slows me down.
That's it. That's
But if
it.
I get 3 or 4, I always feel like, yeah, I could use another hour, but I'm actually fine. You
That,
know.
that's exactly how I
So
feel. I, I, I,
yeah.
I feel that uh, it's just hard to pick up where I left off the day before if I sleep more than 5 hours. I thought it would be go to bed early, get up early, but it's not. It doesn't work like that for me. My basic system
I think
is
it's an
different.
individual thing.
Yeah.
There were, yeah, I'll definitely will sleep a solid 8 hours, like dead to the world. And that's unusual for me to do, and luckily I don't have to do. It's hard for me to find because I got in that whole ET thing, sleep is for broke people, and I was just trying to get up, 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 and I was I wasn't getting as much done as I thought I was going to be getting because I always felt a little tired or not focused. So I'm still not sure how I should set my hours right now. It's unorganized. I have to talk to Johnny about organizing my sleep vision direct. I
And
Yeah.
think
and and Johnny, I saw in your plans that you're getting started at 4 in the morning. Yeah, with the first part of your day, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, that's my man. That's my target. I need to do that, and I just been like banging my head against the wall for the last week trying to get into that frame. I'll get there eventually. I know I'll get there eventually. It just hasn't been my week for success in that specific area. So how do you do it, mate? How do you do it, Johnny?
Oh man, I just say it kind of just happens naturally. Like, well, it's been a progression over the years. Because like before, um, like I was getting up at 6:30, and then I went to 6, and then I'd been wanting to get up earlier. So now I set my alarm at 5. My alarm set at 5, but then I naturally just wake up, and I think it's too. Hey, it's part of my diet. It helped a lot when I did a cleanse, and I took a lot of sugars, white flours, stuff out of my day, out of my
Hmm.
consumption, and then I slept a lot lighter. Um, and then so that was about it. And then what also helped me too, and I'll end with this, was that I have a friend here who we decided several months ago, maybe beginning of January, to text each other at 5 a.m. So we say, basically, we just say, hey, good morning, and kind of say, what's your intention for today. And so that got me on the 5 a.m. rhythm, and then the 4 a.m. is just kind of a bonus. And I have a dog that wakes me up too, and that doesn't count. She wakes me up for like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Finally, I'm just like, all right, I'm staying up.
Uh huh. Okay. So get a dog
It's not
is your
sufficient.
suggestion, basically. Yeah.
I don't know. You get a Labrador. So,
Okay.
or a child, but no, that's not a good. That's not a good idea.
I've got 3 of those already, mate. Uh, so
Well, were you just drinking a Red Bull? Did I just see a Red Bull?
No,
No.
it's basically it's the sugar-free energy drink that doesn't have
Yeah,
caffeine. Oh, he is.
yeah.
I know it's
I've
full.
cut all crazy. Like when I needed to sleep, I slept. I have to sleep, but if I'm like artificially stimulating myself to stay up with high energy drinks, first of all, it's not good for my blood pressure. I was having an issue with that too, so I cut out all that stimulant. Like if I'm really tired or if it's a cold morning because my gym is so I'll have a coffee, one small coffee. Uh, but I've really cut out any kind of any diet, which I had when I was competing in bodybuilding. So my adrenals are kind of burnt to begin with by now. But
Really?
as far as sleeping, I've cut out all the caffeine, and it's helped me. Like I may be a little tired in the morning, but I guess I don't have that wave of energy and crashing. Like I feel like I've definitely slept if I don't have any caffeination or anything in my system like for the last couple days. Like I feel like I can do 4 and there's no nervous feeling still kind of floating around there. So how much stuff are you taking in there with the Red Bull and stuff?
Oh, how many Red Bulls am I drinking? Is that the question, or what?
Yeah,
About one every 2 days.
that's not bad at all. Not
So I'm aware of bad things. Bad things. Yeah, got to get off. You're right. Absolutely right. Got to get out of that habit. Just replacing one bad habit with another one. Yay!
bad. Yeah.
So there we go. I managed to cut all the alcohol out of the diet about 4 months ago, and I've replaced the alcohol with drinking Red Bull. It's just stupid, stupid, stupid stuff. So
I know. I cut out both, and I'm craving chocolate like I've never craved it before. Like the sugar and the caffeine in it. So it's like the alcohol and the sugar from the alcohol and the caffeination. So been a chocolate fiend lately.
good, good for you. Now I'm going to continue with an apology. We've run over time. It's my fault because I'm the timekeeper and I've done a terrible job once again. So it's never a good idea to squeeze a lot of things into the end, but we don't really have much choice. So we're gonna skip over the mindset and the hot seat sections. I'm just gonna throw them away. Is that okay? We've been hot seating each other, I think, so that's good. Can we have a 30 to 60 seconds on what we're gonna do in the next 7 days? 30 to 60 seconds on how we're going to change the world and make it a better place. Who's first?
I'll go. I have mine down.
Excellent.
I'm going to redo that Armada portfolio that I showed you guys. I'm going to send out my investor letter with a video. I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to complete the vision project with I call it a pictogram, but you guys call it something different.
Infographic.
And then I want to infographic, and I want to look at Graham's 27 proven best marketing that he posted a long time ago. And I'm going to look into Google Forms that I had shared with you guys last week or 2 weeks ago. And that's a tip of what I'm doing.
Google Forms. What's that again?
I put it on Facebook. It was basically it's kind of like how I have that questionnaire you fill stuff in, or how Rudy had
Oh, okay.
that.
Yeah.
It's a form, and it was really professional looking on
Is
my
that kind of
friend's
like a
investor website.
survey funnel kind of thing, or is that?
Yeah, I'd be like survey funnel.
Any
Yeah.
kind of survey type of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Super cool. Fitness Combine, you're up.
I mean, it's the videos, so they will be lead magnet. I'm going to have them reviewed in my Freedom U group because they're very, very targeted with the type of things they do there, and they're very happy to critique your content and give you strategies to promote it. So that's still my priority. I am going to run the sweepstakes, the 1 month free membership to capture leads for the gym, and I will complete that this week as well and run it next weekend. And that should pretty much fill me up. I think the videos and getting those 4 or 5 web pages finished will keep this next
How does it work using the technology for recording and things? I mean, how do you record yourself if you're in front of the camera? Who's behind the camera?
I, I got uh, I had about my brother gave me like $100 gift card to Amazon for the holidays. So I just went on and I found a set of two light boxes for I think around $60. I think they were half off. So I got two nice set of light boxes. I got the tripod for I think $15. Basically, the entire thing was I think $120. The whole setup, the whole uh, and so basically that was my setup. I used the iPad, tripod, two light boxes, and what I still need to get is a shotgun microphone because the sound is a little echoey, but it's fine for right now. You know, it's something that I'll get eventually. So and then yeah, I just put the camera on, walked around, did my thing, and turned around. You know, went over and turned it off. So you know, it's it's that easy. That's the thing I had to keep telling myself. Set everything up, get in front of the camera. You know what you want to talk about. I just ripped them out. So I'm like I said, I'm pumped.
That's great. Keep posting up when you do stuff. Keep posting up because I want to see the progress as it's
Yeah,
going along step by step.
yeah.
That's great. Um, my plans for the next week are to lock myself in my office and have no contact with the outside world for a period of time. It might not happen in the next week. I'm going to give myself 2 weeks to get this finished. I need to shut myself away. It's a writer's thing. You got to shut yourself away from the rest of the world and just focus down on one thing that you want to do with your writing and just get it done. And once it's done, that's it. All the background stuff is already prepared, covers and people to format it online so they can go online. So it's getting there. Um, I also thought that maybe I wanted to do. I was talking about doing something for the group, an explanation of what people can do with Pinterest or with Mailchimp. I've got a problem with sharing my screen and recording at the same time. So what I thought I might do is I might make a little instructional video, like 5-10 minutes, and then just post it on Facebook and say, this is what you can do. This is how it works. There you go. Pick it up and have a look at it when you got time, and that would be easier for everybody rather than trying to coordinate. Let's all get together at the same time and blah blah blah. And so that's just my plan, just to keep swimming in the same direction. Um, any questions?
Yeah, I do. I just freaking lost it. Sorry, I had a question. I didn't want to interrupt you. I forgot it.
That's okay. I have an irrelevant piece of information.
Oh, I know what it was.
Okay.
I know what it was. Regarding your book, is there a chance that you can chunk something down into maybe, edit page 1 to 5? Because sometimes we look at big projects and don't even start it because it's so huge. Instead of breaking it down to just little bite-sized steps.
Well, that's far too logical. God, I'd never do that. That's bound to work. Why would I want to do that? Oh my God. Uh, right. Yeah, you're right. There you go. You're absolutely right. That's
I think that's just it. Like videos, yeah, like you just have to keep telling yourself it's just that easy.
Yeah, and
overanalyze it.
yeah, you're right about the problem because it's like 200 pages, right? So my brain is going 200 pages, 200 pages, 200 pages. I should look at it like 10 pages and 10 pages and 10 pages and 10 pages, and then it'll get done. I know it'll get done. Right. Thank you for that. Any other business? AOB. Any other business? Anything?
I think as far as new people, that should be
I've got Rudy.
because
Rudy.
people like I've
Rudy,
had
your audio,
people ask me,
your audio keeps cutting out, man. That's about the 20th
Yeah,
time
me
it's
too.
done it. It's
Yeah.
freaking me out. You need
Are you there?
you need a dedicated headset, right?
I
You
think
need.
I'm leaning. I'm so relaxed. I'm leaning way back, and you can't hear me.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a technical
Yeah.
thing. You need a dedicated
Not
headset.
He needs better internet.
He needs. Yeah. I don't know.
I
It
don't
could
know.
could I think
Well,
it wouldn't hurt to borrow a headset or something. Maybe try a test session with one to see if it does clear it up because the it's going to be difficult for people listening back to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
And I don't want people to miss what you're saying because it's good stuff.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as far as new people, now, you know,
You're breaking up again.
no, I don't know.
Okay, no, go now.
Just go ahead. Go ahead. If you can't you,
Shut up! Just gone. It's gone. Hey, let me finish with a piece of information then, because useless information. I I bought a set of headphones for using in water because I was thinking while I'm swimming during the week I can stick in a podcast and Sony have got these special underwater headphones that you can wear and as you're swimming you can listen to music or something. I was thinking I can get my information in, get my swim in, kill two birds with one stone. Sony underwater headphones are a piece of S-hit. Put the words together. They're a piece of S-hit, a giant steaming piece of S-hit, and don't ever invest in something like that. They don't work, and if you go online and check what people say about them, anybody who knows anything about them knows it's a big lie. They're a piece of rubbish, and the best thing you can do is chuck them down your toilet, I think. And I took them back to the shop, and they said, no, we're not going to change them for anything else. And so, well, we'll get into that another time, right? Let's just say that I'm getting what I want, right? Which is the way that it should be. So, avoid. Rudy, did you want to have a final comment? That's the best final comment I've ever heard. Right. Johnny, any final comments?
No, no, no.
Right. This is the end of the official part of all actions, all results. The most productive business accountability group in human history. So, if you've stuck with us, thank you very much. There now follows an after discussion where Johnny and Graham will talk to each other and Rudy will just sit there with a big smile on his face. Alright, there we go. It's finished for now. Dude, it done. That's the end. Thank you guys. See you in 7 days.